Alright, what's up YouTube? Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 here. I haven't made a video in a while, but I'm going to come at you guys with a deck that I think a lot of people have been afraid to build just because they're not really sure how to build it, and the deck is right here. It's Cybers. Um, and I mean, a lot of people are trying to build it comparatively with the OCG cards that we don't have. I think the builds that play power bonds and all these things is just not right now for the TCG. But this is what I'm going to do is I'm going to just flash through the deck list first with no explanations, and then for those of you guys that care enough to hear explanations on card choices, you can continue to see the video from there on. Hopefully that's everybody, because I think it really matters with a deck like this that you hear why certain card choices were made, and then you can make your own decision on whether or not they were good. So we'll go to the monsters. 3 Cyber Dragon, 3 Cyber Dragon Core, 3 Cyber Dragon Dre, 3 Cyber Valley, 1 Cyber Altanin, 1 Thunder King Ryo, and 1 Honest. I believe it's 15 monsters. So we'll go to the spells. The spells. I play 2 Repair Plant, 2 Overload Fusion, 2 Machine Duplication, 1 Mind Control, and 3 Mystical Space Typhoon. Go to the traps. I play 3 copies of Cyber Network, 2 DNA Surgery, 3 copies of Fiendish Chain, 2 Wabaku, 2 Dust Tornado, and the last chapter I play is 3 Reckless Greed. That's it for the main board. I'll show you guys the extra. I'm not going to show you guys my side because there's still a lot of card choices I don't want to really show that I'm playing right now. But yeah, here's the extra. I play 1 Utopia Roots, 1 Gachi Gachi, 1 Dweller, 1 101, 2 Cyber Dragon Nova, 1 Volcasaurus, 1 Pallades, 1 Zenmayo, 1 Cyber Twin Dragon, 1 Cyber End Dragon, 2 Chimera Tech Over Dragons, and I play 2 Chimera Tech Fortress Dragons. So that's the deck list. Now I'm going to give you guys explanations on certain cards. We'll go through the monsters first, and I'm not going to explain the things I need explaining. So here we go. 3 Cyber Dragons, I'm not going to explain those. The 3 Cyber Dragon Cores, I'm not going to explain those. Those are staple. 3 Cyber Dragon Dre, not going to explain that either. That's staple. 3 Cyber Valley. A lot of people I've seen are playing this, and then a lot of people aren't. My philosophy with this card is that you want to try to maximize on your opportunity of machine duplication as often as you possibly can. And this card's really good with machine dupe. Like, absolutely. It's one of the best machine dupe targets. Like, after core, if you drew like multiple Cyber Dragons, this is what you want to dupe. And it's really good in like collab with Mind Control, and your opponent tends to waste a lot of resources killing this card just because they don't want you to draw. So it's really good in that aspect. 1 Cyber Eltan, and a lot of people are not playing this card. The fact that this card sends all monsters and does not destroy is a big thing, especially against Mermail. Like if they have Lind out or Trite or anything like that, like it happens a lot where they'll have a board of Lind and Trite. So this guy just, you come bring him out at like 500. Like, it doesn't have to be big, but he's going to be a plus. And then he also removes stuff so your network gets better. Like, that's just good overall. And then obviously late game he becomes really big. And the fact that he's searchable through the Repair Plant, you only need 1. And then also the Repair Plant's second effect where you could put back a light machine and then search 1 is really good because you can put him back and then search him. So you just need 1. And then a lot of people are not playing Thunder King. I don't even get it why. Like, he's like one of the best first turn monsters, period. Against like almost every deck right now. And then you play Honest too, so why not protect him? Um, Also, you play like Fiendish Chain and stuff like that, so Thunder King can stick around. You play Wabaku, so if they try to waste resources to try and kill him, he could stick around. That's it for the monsters. Let's go to the spells. 2 Repair Plant. Do not play 3 of this card. It will be dead. Do not play 3 of this card. This card, a lot of times, even when you open up with like 2, you have to work to make them live. Like, having Cyber Dragon in your graveyard is not as easy as people think it is. Because a lot of plays that revolve around core and network will keep your core on board. So it's not that simple to get a Cyber Dragon in graveyard. So just play 2. 2 is good. 2 Overload Fusion. I don't see this card as a 1 of, and I don't see it as a 3 of. 3 of is very clogged. 1 of, you won't see it often enough. 2 is really good. This card literally ends games. Like, it's phenomenal. Machine Duplication. Don't play 3. Don't play 1. 2 is perfect, especially with the valleys. Like, you maximize on core, and you also maximize on valley. Mind Control is obviously really good in correlation with Valley, and Valley is searchable through Repair Plant, so you can pretty much have Valley whenever you want it. The other thing is that Mind Control gets rid of problem cards, like Gaios. You could go like Mind Control Gaios and then summon Valley and remove. The other thing with Mind Control is that it's really good in the mirror match. Like, if they have a core out, you Mind Control it, and then you dupe it, like, it's game ending. So it's really good there. And it's really good against Fire Fist as well, because you play Dre, which is, they're all 4s, so you just go into a rank 4. And then 3 MST, not even talk about staple. Trap lineup. 3 network. So this card, I've even been debating with myself on whether or not I want to play 2 or 3. The reason why I'm playing 3 right now is this, is that the opportunity to open up with it, when you don't have core, is really good. Because all you would need is a Cyber Dragon monster, which there's 6 others, to make this live at all. Also, the fact that this card can be very much disrupted. Like, very much so. Like, Fate can disrupt it. It going off during your own turn is not that good. It can blow up all your back row. But it's just a card that you want to see. Just from that perspective alone, you should play 3 of them. And then obviously a late game, like you having a return to your opponent not having a return, is really good. 2 DNA Surgery. Another card that's not a 3 of and it's not a 1 of. 2 of is perfect. Like, you have 9 Cyber Dragons, so at any point in time, your opponent's board can be taken and made into a big monster on your side. And this is a card, actually, I'm going to bring it out right now because I want to show you guys why I do play it. I play Wabaku with DNA Surgery, and the reason why I do it is because Wabaku allows you to maximize on your DNA Surgery. This means that if you have like DNA Surgery and Wabaku set, right, and your opponent's like trying to attack you for game, you get Wabaku, stay alive, right, and then next turn you summon one of your 9 Cyber Dragons, right, because you play 9 of them, and you DNA Surgery them and you wipe their board, and now you have a Chimera Tech Fortress. As well as this card is pretty much sided in a lot of decks. So any deck that can really main deck a side deck card, you really should do it. And the other reason I play Wabaku instead of Threatening Roar, a lot of people have been having this conversation with me as well. Wabaku allows me also to suicide into certain cards. There's certain situations where I need to Wabaku and like attack into a monster. Like, let's say that a Phoenix Chain, like an Arc, for example, like I can attack in with a Cyber Dragon or Wabaku and my guy will stay alive. There's really good instances where Wabaku is just really good. So those are those 4, and then I play 3 Fiendish Chain. I'm not gonna really explain this card. This is a really good card right now, like really good card right now. And then I play 2 Dust Tornado. So there's a lot of conversation on whether to play Dust Tornado, Full House, Chain Whirlwind, Malevolent Catastrophe, Trap Stun. My personal pick is Dust Tornado, and the reason being is that it's a really good 1-for-1, right? And you don't have to wait for something to happen, is the other good thing about it. So, like, with Full House, a lot of times you have to wait for your opponent to do stuff. Like, what happens if your opponent just activates a Tenki? Is Full House doing anything right there? No. Is Trap Stun doing anything right there? No. Catastrophe? No. Chain Whirlwind? No. Dust Tornado actually is doing something. So from that perspective alone, Dust Tornado, in my opinion, is just better. Yeah, you can't pop your own network with it, but you normally will try to Dust Tornado your opponent's stuff, and then when you have Dust Tornado and MST, you'll keep the MST just in case you want to space your own network in the end phase. But Dust Tornado is just really good, and it gets your opponent to neg a lot. Like when they see like multiple spacers in the graveyard, they'll just start blind spacing your back row, and that could just allow you to pop extra stuff. And then Dust Tornado is also really good with cards like Reckless Greed. Because I could Dust, like let's say I have Dust and Reckless set. Right. And I go Reckless Greed, right, during my turn. And then I draw two, or during their turn, sorry. And I draw two, just because I'm forced. I'll say the Marksman did, whatever. And I draw two. And then I drew another Reckless. Like what ended up happening is later on that turn, I could end phase Dust Tornado them. And with his second effect, I could set the Reckless Greed again. And then I could skip a draw phase, go down to 1. And then during my turn, if I really need to, I could just Reckless again if I need more cards. Which is actually really good. And being able to like Dust Tornado and set Fiendish Chain and Dust Tornado set another Dust Tornado is really good. There's certain situations where it's just phenomenal. And the last chapter I'll explain to you guys is that I do play Reckless Greed. This deck needs some sort of draw power. So I was playing Magic Planner, but I found Magic Planner to be really slow. To be honest with you. And a lot of times Magic Plannering your own network can actually be a hindrance. Like most of the time you want network to go off during your opponent's turn if it's possible. Which it is. Like a lot of times your opponent will like Geki break your back row, they'll MST your back row, they'll Gorilla your back row, they'll whatever it is, you know, Wing Beat, just doesn't matter. Marksman, like sometimes I won't even chain it just because I want it to go with Marksman's effect. Like I could just chain it and keep it up. But like sometimes I'll just let it go if my other back row is just like a Wabaku or something like that. And I'll just go to work from there. But Reckless is just really good because it gets you the cards that you need. Like let's say you have DNA Surgery and you have no Cyber Dragons, but their field is crazy and like pretty much your only out is going to be a Cyber Dragon. Well, would you rather Reckless Greed or a Magic Planner in that instance? Like you definitely want the Reckless to draw 2, and if you get the Cyber Dragon, like it doesn't even matter if you skip 2 because their board's gone and you're sitting on a 4,000 or 5,000 attack Chimera Tech. Reckless Greed is just a really good card I found over testing. So that's the main deck.